What up, fam? It's your boy Chris Collins from Chris C Speaks, part of the Cool Speak family. Just wanted to reach out to you. I was running this morning. I've been taking my health a little more seriously. Hopefully, y'all can see that, right? But I was running this morning, and this weird thing happened, right? Like, so there was like this spot where I was like, okay, I'm going to run until I get to this place, then I'll walk, and then when I get to this next location, I'm going to start running again. And I found myself like really like dreading getting to the spot where I had to run again, right? Like when it started to come into my view, I got anxious, my heart started beating fast. I was like, man, I really don't want to start running again. And I would wait until I got like right up until that point to start running. Like so if the line was here, like I would start running like right when I got there, right? But what I found is that when I started running right at the point where I was going to start, I still wasn't really running at that point, right? I was starting to run. I had to build up the energy, and then I really didn't start running until probably about 4 or 5 feet afterwards. And that wasn't the goal. The goal wasn't for me to run 4 or 5 feet after that starting point. It was for me to be running at that starting point. And so the next lap, I said, you know what, Chris? Like, we're going to do something different, right? We're trying, we got goals. We're trying to get to a 30-minute 5K. So we're going to do something a little different. So the next time I built up some momentum. Before I got to the point where I was starting to run, I built up some momentum. So I started to jog a little bit before I got there so that when I was actually able to hit the spot where I was going to run, I was running at the pace that I said that I wanted to run. So that way I was able to start right on the money. It's something about building momentum that really helps us to get that extra push we need to keep us going. And I found that on the laps where I built the momentum before I was supposed to start, that those laps were faster, right? I was able to run longer. My form was better. I had more confidence in what I was doing. It just felt like a better run. And so from here on out, when I get to that point where I'm supposed to run, I'm not going to wait until I get to the starting point to run. I'm going to build up some momentum so that when I get there, I'm already in motion. I want you to do the same thing. Don't wait for a special time. Don't wait for a new year. Don't wait for a birthday. Don't wait for a special date. Build your momentum now. Start building right now. Start taking the small steps that you need so that when you get to the point where you are ready to start, you already have some force behind you to push you through not only the start line, but to push you all the way to the finish line. Don't wait until it's time to start because then now you got to stretch, you got to get all the kinks out and all that. So by the time you really start, you've already passed it, right? You've passed that point where you were trying to go. Use momentum to your advantage. I know there are some folks who will tell you, momentum's just a mental thing. It might be. If momentum's a mental thing, I know one thing. If I can train my mind, my body will follow, right? So let's start training our mind, our body, our spirits, our drive, all of that to build momentum up so that we can have some force behind us when we're trying to achieve our goals, when we're trying to achieve, that next level of whatever we're going for. If you can give yourself a little bit of a head start, a running head start, it just makes all the world of a difference. Just want you to think about race car drivers. They don't just get on the track, wave the flag, gun it, and go. They have a running start where they go and they get their tires warm and they get their tires adjusted to the track. You see them kind of jockeying for position and making sure that everything works correctly. They take a little warm up lap, and then that's when the race starts. That momentum is so important so that when you start, you already kind of have enough force behind you to push you through. Let's make it happen. Let's make this year our best year. This is Chris Collins, your neighborhood hope dealer. I'll see you on the other side. Love you like a fat kid, love cake.